Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Friday. One of the first Fridays of the new year. Very exciting things happening. I am Claire Fifield. For those of you who do not know, I am the founder of the Glam Mompreneur, entrepreneur, philanthropist, and I love helping other women-owned companies and especially nonprofits. I am joined here today by Miss Billie Branch. She is another female entrepreneur that is making dynamic moves here in Phoenix, and she's also CEO of Branch International. So I will let her say hello and introduce herself really quick.
Hello, everybody. Hello, family. I am Billie Branch, your president of Branch International, nonprofit organization here in the city of Phoenix. We create economic development programs for single parents, as well as domestic violence victims, as well as the children and the underserved community, as well as our homeless population.
Yeah.
And thank you, Claire.
You're welcome. So you may have recognized her from a couple of my sip-in shops. She's also another mompreneur and has her daughter out there, and that's a whole separate thing, but she's making amazing moves here in the city, so I love to see that. So today we are going to focus on our recent fundraising partnership, and anybody in business knows either the cash flow for the business side or getting, volunteers, and fundraising is extremely important in the nonprofit scene. So I reached out to Billie. I have a line of clean label products with Modere that I have been partnered with for a few years now. And the numbers added up. It was something that was going to be beneficial, not only for the nonprofit, but also for the people donating. So we are going to go over 3 ways that you would be able to directly support Branch International. And some of them you do not actually have to do a purchase for, which is amazing because, sometimes we all have our hearts in the right place and the funds just aren't there. So We're going to get into that. And then, Billie, I want you to kind of talk about some of the, the women's bags and stuff that you put together right now and kind of how Modere was able to weave into that for you.
Of course. So I've partnered with a couple of organizations, and through our community outreach efforts in supporting those women who are either in transitional homes right now or homeless, what we're doing is we're putting together hygiene packs for those women, and that's collecting things as far as like deodorants, lotions, mouthwash, toothpaste, underwear, tampons, all these feminine products that us women need that these women just don't have access to. And so, through our community outreach efforts, we're able to reach a larger scale now through several of our partnerships that we've established here in the city.
Yes, and I know we'll just touch really quick, but I know you've already partnered with, I think, Fry's, a couple of other places, right?
Yeah.
Big brands, big partnerships you've done.
Yes, Fry's Community Rewards as well as Amazon Smile. So those are 2 different partnerships that we've made. We've also connected with Grand Canyon University. And so through those efforts, we're able to provide things like sleeping bags and blankets and, socks and things that, they're just needing in the homeless community. They just don't have these essentials that we're needing in order to get out to the community.
Right. And so I'm super excited. So I'm going to do a screen share because this is a newer partnership. One of the things I want to touch on is Modere products are clean label. They have been around for 30 years. some of those things are really nice because, you know, sometimes us as women, we may find ourselves in a situation where we are needing help from the community. And so having some of these products that are on the market that have like extra chemicals and all that kind of stuff is just really not beneficial to us to getting where we're going because, you know, too much sodium, all that kind of stuff, right?
Exactly.
So that's something that's nice. Also, usually what you see in my experience, because I've done certain things with food pantries and such, is food or things that people are donating are maybe canned items. And especially here in Arizona, we need something. You can usually always have access to some sort of water. So being able to have something that's easy, you can take on the go, just dump in your water and still get you where you're going, right?
And so one of the things that I thought about was, you know, because my niece has a water drive that she does every year, and we've connected back with her to be able to provide water. Modir has some phenomenal products that I want you to go over. And, you know, it would really help out, especially in those summer months here in Arizona. And it is, I know it's wintertime, but it gets hot very quick here.
Yes.
So a lot of the products that you guys have is what really touched my heart and what really made me want to connect with you and this product.
I love that. Yeah. And there's tons. If you are someone watching, I'm trying to share this really quick. If you're watching, there's tons of little packets that are on the go that you can either purchase for yourself or
the products that you guys have,
we would encourage you to
really want to connect with you and just
share
product
and get for the basket.
We would encourage you to share.
It's okay.
All
right. We're going to exit out of that for right now. I'll share it after. It's okay. So I'm going to do the screen share, and we are going to get into the 3 ways that you can help support. First off, I wanted you, Billie, I know you have a couple of products on hand that you can show us really quick.
Yes,
and if you've seen either one of our social medias, make sure you're connecting again on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You may have seen the pictures of these women care packs. So right now there is the toothpaste. This is the oral care line. So there's the toothpaste, which is nice. This does not have any alcohol in it. And so if someone's having, you know, some kind of gum issues, or maybe they're having some dental struggles, putting alcohol onto that is not the best thing to be doing. That's just going to kill more of everything in there, right? So that's made natural with peppermint oil. The mouthwash has nice peppermint as well and is alcohol free. They're both EWG verified, so they're not going to have fluoride in there and all those extra toxins that we don't need getting to our brains.
And, you know, and when you come across those in the underserved community and those who are homeless, of course, they don't have those, you know, dental services, you know, like those of us, you know, working class citizens would have. And it's just very important to be able to get these things to them, you know, and you know, it's always good to introduce them to products that's just not going to harm their bodies. They're already dealing with enough as it is. There's no need to put harsh chemicals in their body as well.
Yes, exactly. And especially, you know, sometimes some people, homelessness or certain transitional housing is a lifelong situation. Other people, it's not. And so, you know, we don't want to be giving them products that's going to create other issues down the line, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so I am going to, so you shared the toothpaste and the mouthwash that you have. I'm going to show you guys a couple little goodies that I have on my side. That way, when you are coming back and watching this, you will be able to see what I am talking about. So one of the other things, and Billie's going to be adding this to her website. We're going to have, you know, 3 different tiers of shareable carts where you guys, it'll be super easy, little bundles for you guys to get in there and just be able to purchase, and it'll get shipped straight to Branch International and can get added into the packs which, you know, we've got all the crazy COVID type stuff going on, lots of germs. It's also winter. So this is a very easy way. You can just get on your computer, click the link. You're going to receive your $10 off coupon just for helping support Branch International. And the products will get shipped straight to her, no running around. And we can get those out and distributed in a timely manner, right? So one of the first things is, this is just a single bar, but there are bars of soap, and those come in a 3-pack. It's really nice. You know, natural olive oil. There's a couple of natural plant butters in there, so it's going to kind of help moisturize their skin. Oh. Phone messages going off. But, you know, these are nice to have because sometimes you're somewhere where you have access to water, but you may not have, you know, soap, or you don't want the liquid soap getting everywhere. These are really nice to be able to have. So you will see those in some of the packs. They're easy to transport, all of that. Next thing is the deodorant. And then again, all of these are like natural. For the most, of course, some people are allergic to a couple things, but for the most part, these, you know, aluminum free, so you're not going to be getting your lymph nodes clogged, and we're not trying to give people cancer, right?
Very important. Yeah, very important.
Yes. So natural coriander, sage, aloe vera, very moisturizing. It's just a roll on. And then I've used this in the Arizona heat and working out. So, you know, it helps. Next thing is, there is like hand wash, and there's certain body washes. I know, Billie, I think you're going to be doing different fundraisers throughout the year. So look for these, you guys. You might be seeing these different care packs being created, right? So this is nice. Everything is plant derived, not tested on animals, biodegradable, because we also don't want to be ruining the water supply.
Right.
Okay. Next thing, cleansers. There's cleansers on there, and most of these are all full sizes, so they're not going to be the little sizes. So when you're ordering, don't look for the little sizes. This is just the price for the big ones.
Right.
Okay. Next thing, and I know you are most excited about these, is the Recover. So the Recover, and then the protein. I just have the big bag of the protein.
Yes.
But this actually, when you go to look on the link on her website, the link is going to be in packet form. So it's a 30-day supply that you're going to be ordering if you order the box. And then those are going to be easy to put in the women's care packs, you know, because as women, we need a couple main things. We need our protein, which is, you know, affects us at all stages of life. We need to be getting those nutrients, and especially too. So, and that helps with, you know, PMS, cognitive function, our bones, all that stuff. So again, we're trying to not put people in a worse place than they were already at, right?
Right.
So the protein is
products. I just love these products. They're so phenomenal. They really are.
I know. And look at you, and you're like in a mini forest back there. You're like, yes, everything natural.
Yes.
So the vanilla is vanilla. It's vanilla. It is plant-based, so it's vegetarian, and it's gluten-free. So this is the one we're probably going to link as opposed to the whey. You can go in and see all the extra minerals and everything that's added in there. Super easy to mix. It's not clumpy and doesn't have a really bad taste. But it's going to come in a little packet just like this. And so obviously this is easy to put in the care packs, and then you just dump it in the water, minimal waste. We're not having, you know, extra stuff littering the streets, which is another thing. Next thing, the Recover. So the Recover is a post-workout, but why I'm mentioning it for these care packs is because it's filled, it serves the purpose of an electrolyte. So think of a Gatorade minus all the sugar.
Exactly.
So especially in Arizona, Billie had mentioned water drives. I've done certain water drives before as well. People need water, but you also need to be replenishing with those vitamins, right? Not everybody has access to get IV drips and all that kind of stuff. Right. So these are super easy on the go packs. The electrolytes in there has magnesium, a couple other things in there, and then a couple of like adaptogens. So it's just going to help you naturally manage stress. If you're out working, it's to help you not have the muscle soreness and fatigue and everything, which helps with all the cognitive things.
Exactly.
Helps you figure out like, yes, I need to get more resources and get out of my situation, right?
And many times, of course, when those individuals are on the streets and they're homeless or facing homelessness, a lot of them don't have transportation. So they're walking all day. Anywhere they have to get to, they're either taking the bus or they have to walk or, they're struggling. It's just, these products are really tapping into those, areas that people just don't think about, that maybe the homeless population or those who are facing homelessness may possibly need during this time. And what it does, of hope that, not only do we care about them, but, we're helping them to get reestablished back into society, helping them get on their feet, by just showing compassion and showing that we care about them. And, it's easy for us to just go, to an old hotel or something to get some old bar soap. But what good does that do for them, when it comes to, taking care of their body from the inside out? We want to, help these individuals in every possible way that we possibly can with the best products that we possibly can.
Exactly. Yeah, because you want them to be looking and feeling their best too. That way, when they're going to get, a job interview or whatever it is that they're trying to go do, you want them to feel good and be the most presentable that they can be.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm going to start the screen share portion now. So we're going to do that. And I am going to, here we go. All right. So when you click on the link that Billie is going to have on her website, or if you are viewing this on a different platform, it will be in the description. You are going to be taken to the main homepage. So, of course, there is the pop-up, and it's going to give you kind of some promo items. It's going to show you how you can save up to 15%, and I will kind of go over that with you as well. And then it's also going to show you after you create your account, which is free, by the way. You never get charged for it. You can actually share your promo code and get an extra $10 credit that you can use towards products to help Branch International or yourself. So we're going to exit out of that. So this is the main homepage. Again, if you are finding this somewhere and you are not in the United States, but you would still like to support, you can use this little drop-down tab and shop and support us that way, which everybody loves. There's multiple languages available. So as you can see going across the screen, there's a few highlights about the products. What you're going to do is you're going to click here. And for you, it would say register. I'm just going to log in really quick. But you're going to make a free account. You would just put in your name. It's going to have an email for you, a password, and then it's going to show you your $10 off right away. So here we're going to look at shop, and here you'll be able to just, use the little drop down menu. This is going to talk, of course, about all of the collagen and give more in-depth about that. But a couple of things we're just going to highlight. So there's lean body systems, which you would be something that you'd be getting for yourself. There's pre-selected collections. Again, if you're shopping for yourself, some of these have, laundry soap, all that kind of stuff. There is personal care items. So we'll just kind of look at these for a second. It's loading.
And one of the things that, I definitely thought about with this is because, individuals, they can either shop for themselves, which is a form of self-care for themselves, right. Pamper yourself, take care of yourself. And as you shop and as you do that, proceeds are sent over to Branch International, a portion of it, of proceeds over, so you can either yourself or shop, to help donate these items to Branch International's Operation Community Harvest Outreach. So either way, situation, you simply can help by just shopping for yourself. And that's the beautiful part about it.
Yes. And so that's something that makes this partnership very unique, unlike some others. So here you can see, shampoos, conditioners. Of course, she's going to put the links for the shoppable carts and the custom collections of things that the nonprofit really needs. But then you can also go on here and say you wanted to donate something extra. You can do that as well. Super easy. You can see the products. So let's just start with the body bar. And it's going to give you add to cart. And we will go right here. So I always recommend that right here you could see the Smart Ship and Save. There's a tiered savings price. So 1 to 4 items is 5%, 5 to 7 is 10%, and then 8+, you get the 15% off. And then you can have these things sent every month if you're trying to order for yourself, or you can just do it the one time. But after you have 8 items in your cart, you will get the free shipping. And we just
like free shipping.
Huh?
We love free shipping.
Oh, yes. Free shipping. So, yeah, because you can see shipping, I think, went up for most companies right now. So here we're just going to scroll down. And if you have free credits, you would be able to apply those right here. I have already used mine. But what I want to show you guys is if you're going and you're not purchasing for yourself and you are wanting to send this directly to Branch International so they can have access to the products right away. That way you don't have to worry about leaving your house. You just are going to click this right here, send as a gift, and then you would change that address out to be the P.O. box that is there on Billie's website. And that'll get the product sent straight over for them to be able to use. Again, there's other things in here,
just that one there that says active joints, just imagine what it's like, individuals out there walking the streets, sleeping on the ground, not having, good health care, don't have vitamins. Imagine what their joints must feel like out there, and especially in the cold weather. Now, I can't even imagine what it feels like.
Exactly. And so I'm going to show you something that would be an amazing option if you're wanting to get this collagen blend and be able to donate that. This is everything that has collagen in it. I'm going to just do it right up here. Modere actually has collagen Shoes. And so what those are is little individual wrap squares that are come in a little baggie that are easy to transport. It's not loading right now. But those are a great option to be able to provide to people. Again, you know, they're out walking. They are needing to still feel their best. That way they can, you know, get plugged back in with society and just start feeling better about themselves. Okay. Something's happening, but we're okay. All right. So that's taking a minute. So we're just going to jump back into this. So as you guys can see,
sometimes it interrupts when you're having too much fun.
I know, right? So you guys are going to be able to head out over to the website and you will be able to start shopping today. I believe Billie's added her shopping link on there. So when you go, it's going to say referred by Branch International. And that way, you know that your proceeds are going to be going. Again, if you need help with ordering, feel free to reach out to either one of us and we can help you with that. So again, what you're going to do, you're going to click on that link. You're going to register for your free account. Again, they're never going to charge you for your account. You're going to get a $10 credit for yourself as a thank you from us and the company for helping us and, you know, getting clean label products out there because we all need them. Next step is you can either shop from the shareable carts that we've pre-selected or that Billie's pre-selected based on the needs in the community at that time, or you can choose to donate something extra special. You know, there's collagen serums, maybe around Mother's Day. Can you imagine?
Right.
What a special surprise that would be. Or just even shopping for yourself, you know, switching out from maybe Target or something and getting those products sent to your door for yourself. And a portion of the proceeds will go for Branch. The last thing, and there's no purchase necessary, is you just simply supporting. The easiest way to support, especially this day and age, is just posting a picture and sharing a link. So you're going to take your link from your account that you registered. I'm going to try and do screen share again one more time so we can get this.
Let's keep the party rolling here. Let's keep the party rolling.
I know. I'm like, don't give up on me now. Okay. Is it going? You're going to... There we go. Okay. So this is how you can support if maybe you don't have the funds right now and maybe you actually want to get some products. You'd be able to get some Live Clean credits just for sharing your referral codes. So you're going to go to My Account. Once you're logged in, like how much personal information is showing on here. But on the left, you will see your referral code. And right here, it's going to make it super simple for you to be able to support Branch International, no purchase necessary. You just come right here and you copy the link. And you can actually just share the link, do a Facebook post, an Instagram post, whatever you feel like doing. And you know, sometimes we have a really big heart and we just don't have the funds at that time. Right. Or maybe, you know, one of your girlfriends wants to get the products. Right. So I know Billie would really appreciate that. And then you'd be able to get a couple credits for products and then you'd be able to get your stuff too.
Correct. Beautiful. It's just always a way to win. You know, and any collaborations, partnerships that I do, it has to be beneficial for everybody.
Yes. Otherwise, it's just not worth it, really.
Right.
So I think that is it. Let me see if my notes, because I've got my pregnancy brain. Yeah, I think that's it. We're just wanting to thank everybody for joining us. Whatever platform you're joining us on, say hi. Yeah. Make sure to share out the video. Connect with us on social medias. If you're here local in Phoenix, make sure to get plugged in with Billie because she always has events. She's a little more active than me right now because I got a baby coming. But she always has events where if you're wanting to get out into the community, if you're a student and you just need some volunteer hours, or if you're just wanting to come out and help, get out there. She has events, veterans, DV stuff, single moms, tons of stuff.
Yes. Anything that's community, that's where we are. We just have our emphasis and our focus. However, we are a community organization, so no one is turned away. It especially depends on the need. If I don't have it to supply it, at least I can find the resource for you. So being a community resource and referral for me is also a blessing because, we do have men that, that come to us. And that's what we're here for. We're here to build up a stronger, community, build up a stronger economy, getting people back to work, getting people back on their feet. So this is just one of the avenues that we have, but it is such a blessing, and, there's also opportunity for, some of the single mothers that we're working with to actually become, an agent themselves. Maybe they want to sell products or maybe they want to become their own boss. That's what it's about. We're both entrepreneurs, we're both mompreneurs.
Yes.
And, it's always about lifting up the next woman, and helping her to become the boss that, she's, designed to be. God created us to be bosses, and why not step into that by helping somebody else? And then also, I wanted to make sure that I verbalize and let everybody know the website to go to is www.branchnation.org. So that's branchnation.org. So, come in and check out the website, see what all we're doing. There's a lot of updates, especially from last year, a lot of progress that we've made in the community, a lot of great things that we've done. And so, I'm just really excited for the next chapter, a new year, more people to help. And, I love this stuff. So Claire, thank you so very much for this partnership, the collaboration, everything that you do, everything you've done. I look forward to continuing the Sip and Shop. So please talk about that as well.
Yes. Okay. So hang on, my computer's trying to die on me. Oh no. Make sure that, so if you are a mom, especially, and you're wanting to find a way to make income from home or your phone, like you don't even have to have a home. You just have a phone and Wi-Fi is really all that you need. There is that available to be able to make income online. And then also the Sip and Shops. I started Sip and Shops in 2019 as a way for women, and I've now added men. But to be able to get their business out there and to be able to not only network with the community, but be able to help support their families. Of course, anytime I'm doing something, I don't humble brag. There are going to be influential people there. So, there's lots of opportunities to make those other connections to further yourself if you are wanting that. So Sundays right now, once a month, come out, Vela Apartments at Tempe from 12 to 4. And then make sure that you follow or subscribe wherever you're finding the video to get updates as more events are going to be added.
Wonderful. And, for those of you who are, maybe looking to start a business, with Branch International, we have our business startup program. So, with our partnership with Claire and with the Sip and Shop, one of our main goals is to help you to start and launch your business so that you may have these networking opportunities. And so everything comes full circle. with our networking and our business connections and things like that. And again, she says it's influential people. There are influential people that come out and check out your booths and check out your vendors' tables and your products, and they do shop. So, this is something phenomenal that we have going on. We just want to engage as many women as possible and men as possible. If you're looking to start a business, connect with us and let's make it happen.
And yes, you're allowed.
You froze for a minute.
Yes. Okay, we are going to close it out. It's a Friday. Thank you for those of you who joined us. And if you joined us on the replay, make sure to stop by. And thank you, Billie, so much. Huh?
Thank you.
Oh, thank you for Wi-Fi. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you guys all soon.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you.